Welcome to the Dollar Bets podcast, your home to free money sports betting.
What's up, everybody? Dollar Bets coming to you. Debo and I coming to you live. Recorded live anyway. Same place. We may have Bobby Betts joining us after his guest appearance last week. Got a lot of good feedback, so he might be joining us. He's in a poker tournament right now. If he doesn't win, he'll join us. If he does win, if he's still playing, we may not see him, but we guys pick anyway. So let's get right to last week's review. Debo, a couple picks you had last week. You had some basketball picks. What do you have?
So here I had Wisconsin. The early game was plus 5.5. They were catching 5.5 on the road. They ended up winning outright pretty easily, I think about by 7 or 8 points. And then my other pick was Arizona plus 1.5. They were at home against Houston, and I was going up against you. Which every time I go opposite of you, I always lose. So there you go. You got another one on me. But yeah, we get so 1-1 for me on college.
1-1, so not terrible. One thing we didn't share on the pod is we talked right when we finished about betting UCLA. We did a team bet on that one. We all hit that. Should have thrown that out to everybody, but we won it, so sorry about that. So last week I had Arsenal, did a little English Premier League, minus 1.5 against Leicester. They start out really bad. It was a weak start. I was sure they were not going to cover. They got a goal late to cover, so that one covered. Houston versus Arizona, as Debo just said, hit that one. We always fade Debo when we go head to head on the battle. I took Georgia minus I think it was 1.5. They got crushed. I also took Rory. Rory couldn't putt for crap last week. Had some great drives, but he was in it after day 2, and then he kind of faded for the Genesis Invitational. So that didn't work out too well. Scotty Scheffler also kind of faded late too. He wasn't well. He didn't do well at the end, but so we didn't give you great golf picks early in the season for PGA. Hopefully we'll tone up our bets pretty soon. All right, let's get to the locks of the week.
Locks of the week.
All right, Debo, you have a lock, or you want me to start?
You go ahead and start.
So, I'm going with a West Coast lock of the week. I'm going St. Mary's, the Gales over Gonzaga. Gales are getting 6.5 up in Spokane. Last time they played, Gonzaga lost. I think it was 6 points that St. Mary's beat Gonzaga. Both teams are playing pretty hot. It's end of the season in the West Coast Conference, a pretty weak conference. Usually they beat up on other teams. Dons for San Francisco are looking decent, but I just feel like it's going to be a 2-point game. I wouldn't necessarily sprinkle the money line on St. Mary's, but I'm taking St. Mary's with the points at Gonzaga, fading Mark Few late in the season.
I like it. I actually just put a little small bet on St. Mary's to win it all. It was like 100-1. Just a small wager. Not a lock by any means, as Bobby says. But yeah, St. Mary's, I like it. I like the pick.
You got a lock for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vanderbilt at home. They're minus 1.5. And give me the home. They've been pretty well ATS as of late. Ole Miss, Vanderbilt, both coming off of losses. Upsets. And I just give me the home team here. I just think the home crowd wins this. Vanderbilt is surging at the right time.
Nice. All right. All right, let's move on to our parlays of the week. Crazy good slate of college hoops tomorrow, or Saturday, depending on when you're listening to this, or today. So let's go into some of those games. I'm going to start out. I've got Tennessee going with Coach Barnes, getting 1.5 versus Texas A&M. I might even sprinkle the money line on that one. Throw a money line bet, get yourself a little more money on your bet. I've got Kentucky getting 10.5 at Bama, fading Bama. Have even though they've lost 2 in a row, they're probably due to win one. I just feel like Coach Nate's struggling a little bit, breaking too many clipboards, getting a little too in his head. Team doesn't look good. Kentucky, I think, is going to pull another upset here. And I don't know that they're going to win the game out.
No, it's a lot of points, though.
It's a lot of points. A lot of points. SEC's wide open. And just to make this an SEC parlay, I am taking Florida. Florida, speaking of a lot of points, I'm going to lay 10.5 for Florida against the LSU Tigers. Florida's been playing great. They might be my pick to win the SEC this year. So Tennessee, money line, Kentucky getting 10.5, and Florida laying 10.5 would be my parlay of the week.
I love it. I got one more to add. Don't have a parlay of the week, but I'll give you 2 more. You can just parlay them all if you'd like. But I like Iowa State. They're on the road against Houston. They're getting 12.5 points. I know Iowa State's lost a couple big games. That one to Arizona was a couple weeks ago, but that was, the 60-foot shot from Caleb Love. That was a heartbreaker for sure. But this team is really good. Give me Iowa State plus 12.5. Too many points. And then one more I like is Illinois against Duke. Illinois is at home, getting 8.5 plus 8.5 Illinois. So those are my 3 college picks. Illinois is a throw-in pick.
Yeah, Illinois is an interesting team. They play pretty well at home, not great on the road. Duke has given up some losses to some teams when they're giving up points like that. Usually, like the spread is 12.5, 15 on some of those teams where they're not covering. So I'm not sure that's enough number for Duke right now. Duke's playing pretty well, but I could take that. I might throw a little money on Illinois on that one.
Yeah, they're not at home. Duke plays really well at home. I mean, visiting teams just have a really tough time playing in that environment. But the Dookie fans going wild. So,
all right. Any player props? I know we got Bobby Betts' player prop.
Yeah, you want to give him to him? It's actually I'll give it to you. I got it right here. Bobby wanted to give us a pick because he couldn't make it.
Still playing poker.
It's a good sign. So tomorrow, Nuggets and the Lakers. He's got Jokic going over 48.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And it goes without any analysis. I mean, they got Jackson Hayes. Jokic is going to just probably tear up Jackson Hayes. Jokic's numbers usually at 50. It's a little bit lower, something fishy, but I think I like the pick. And I'll probably follow you on that, Bobby. Bobby Betts, 48. Jokic over 48.5 PRA.
Any other ones you got for us?
I got nothing right now. Player props.
All right. I think that's all we got for today on the Dollar Bets podcast. We'll probably throw a couple things on the IG, a couple bets on there as the day goes around. Like I said, crazy good slate all day of college basketball. So follow us on Instagram, give us some of your picks, and hope to see you soon.
And send us your winning tickets.